everybody, it's Vlogday 564. And look, I'm pretty sure I figured out that the green is this part.
The central and eastern parts of Kansas will very probably be cloudy in the morning, and then western Kansas will begin to get increasing cloudiness by tomorrow afternoon.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, the last day before the editorial calendar officially kicks in. Not that every day is planned exactly, but I got a lot of things to talk about, and it's really good feeling. Finally have that back in place. We've been without it. I've been without it, I guess, for the last, month and a half or something like that. It's just been a crazy couple of months. Probably close to 2 months actually, because today's the last day of January. Nuts. Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of months. But assuming that I get my dang teach séjour soon, should all be worth it. And then we're just like moving straight ahead. Still very much having a hard time adjusting to the idea that I'm actually here. It's weird. It's like, it's not just the fact that I get to stay in France, but the fact that I'm actually staying in one spot for this long. I have, basically ever since I went to college, I've been on the move. Granted, when I was in college, I stayed in the same town for 4 years, and I've stayed in the same town after that for like 2 years once. But otherwise, I've at least moved house once a year ever since then, if not multiple times a year, and if not multiple countries. So being in one place, kind of establishing myself a little bit, it's a weird experience, and it's definitely having a strange effect on me. Not a bad one, but it's just hard to register. Maybe I can just leave it at that for today. I don't know, but it's definitely windy. Yeah, it's just a different experience. It's odd. Anyways, with that strange little bit of like existentialness this morning, my plan is to head to KB, because I don't know where else to go. The Peloton is closed this morning, and I don't want to go to anywhere that's too far off the beaten path or too far across town, because I'm gonna have to go teach English back the other way this afternoon. So, yeah, food and coffee is probably a good way to actually get the brain working. Let's do that.
Today, however, very, very pleasant reading. 73 up in the Goodland area, 72 at Garden City, 70 reported by Dodge City and Liberal, 72 over by the good folks of Garden.
I forgot to take the first shot, of the first bite. There are worse things that happen in life. I also got, sorry, I speak with my mouth full, but I also got a really good email from my friend Jenna, who's the woman who's done all my line edits, pretty much for every book that I've written, except for Into the Nanton. And she just blazed through Agnar's box. She said the last third of it was insane, in all caps, which is good. And apparently, we'll see what she thinks after she's done processing it, because apparently she needs some time, but really good email, really good way to wake up. I'm feeling really good about this.
Ponca City, Blackwell area, 68 degrees today. Winds southerly at about 15 with gusts of 25 miles an hour.
Good old KB coffee. These white chocolate macadamia cookies are amazing. So good, and nobody buys them. So there's always some left over. I got a fair amount of work done, actually. There's a lot going on. We're getting feedback from the authors of the first round of the History Freebie course, so I'm incorporating as much of that as I can. Mostly encouraging stuff, definitely some things to work on, but I'm really grateful that they took the time to fill that out, so that's really helpful. Now I have to go teach English, of course, for the afternoon, and then we'll kick it off. Just saw Prashant briefly, which was good. Crossed paths with him, and yeah, overall just loving life right now. Feeling like I'm settling in well. The only downside right now, in the moment, is I don't have time to get lunch because I was not paying any attention. And I started reading Courier's off grade again, just going back through, making a few adjustments, but making sure that I know what's going on. It's a fun book so far. It is a fun read. I've definitely grown since I wrote it, but I'm looking forward to writing the sequel. I think it'll be good.
So far, we'll be looking for a little bit of a change tomorrow, and of course the possibility of some scattered showers. Today, of course, there's nothing showing up on the radar. However, the satellite photo was pretty interesting for the western half of the U.S. Rain showers and thunder showers along that frontal system, and that wide band of fairly heavy snows. Now, what will happen each time that you see the frontal system on there, that begins at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then you'll see the cloud pattern move until 2 o'clock this afternoon. So as of that time, of course, the front was way off in the northwest. Now, however, it's moving into the central part of the nation with a couple of high-pressure cells behind it.
And of course, it's raining on this end, and I don't have my rain jacket. Dang it. Oh well. Get a little wet, makes for an interesting day. sliding down. Big puddle, hold on, wait. I got a lot of work done today too. This morning at KB Coffee and then just hammering stuff out. I got requests for quotes out to, well, Nimit and I have already been talking, but then also the designer that I'm gonna work with on the interior of the book as well as possibly a little bit on the exterior. And then Dennis for an audiobook as well. Of course, Dennis Kleinman, the guy who did the audio for Into the Nanton. It'd be fun to work with him again as well. So working and reworking the pitch and finding everything, getting back into couriers a little bit, reading it, fine tuning it, adding a couple of things. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm also feeling really terrified. Like crowdfunding is freaking terrifying. No matter what you're doing, it's scary, just really scary. Whew. Anyways, get back to Paris, go for a run, have some dinner, probably get back to work. Combination that we should all come to expect right now. Tomorrow is not an English teaching day, so it'll be a little bit more exciting hopefully than today. Also tomorrow, it's French Friday. I'm going to be talking about how I learned French and how I suggest you do too. And it looks like people are running because the train's here. Missed it. Dang it. Let's get us another one in 2 minutes. We'll be good. I just want to add that the general response to the pitches from yesterday has been super encouraging as well. I'm terrified, like I said. It's a kickstart, but I'm feeling increasingly ready for it. So thank you so much for letting me know how you felt, because those were some good responses.
In the central part of the nation with a couple of high-pressure cells behind it.
I ran a 10K at long last. Finally got my long run in. Oh, sorry, it's really dark, I bet. But I finally got my long run in, which is good because I need to be building up my endurance so that I can go faster. It's all part of the plan. Of course, the main point of running is to burn calories so that I lose weight, but getting faster will help. And it's just encouraging and generally good to do. So that's good. Water break. Finally giving my buddy's podcast a listen. If you've never heard of the Eiffel Tower, he was in an episode not so long ago. I'll link to it below, but I'm listening to his episode about crocodiles in Canal Saint-Martin, which actually is fitting for the timing because I'm going to be doing a live stream along Canal Saint-Martin on Sunday, is the plan. Sunday evening, I'm going to do a live stream. Maybe in the afternoon while it's still light outside, actually. We'll see. Hopefully the timing works out that you can still see it back in the States, as well as hopefully Australia. It's hard to time it for Australia. But anyways, I'm going to be walking up Canal Saint-Martin and we'll see if we see these crocodiles, because he elicited a confession from a little old lady who apparently let a couple of crocodiles loose in Canal Saint-Martin. You should listen to the story. I'll link to it below. I'm just in the middle of it, as you can see, but I figured I would stop that for a second to fill you in on the fact that I had a very successful run. Been a strange day. I think what I'm going to do with my evening, oh wow, it's late. It's like almost 10:30. Okay. So what I was thinking about doing before I realized just how late it was that I was going to translate a script tonight. I will wait to do that tomorrow. I also had a phone call. Part of the reason that there was a gap between me coming home and going for the run was because I had a conference call or a Google Hangout, whatever, with Dave Robison, my buddy who's creating Archivos. If you haven't heard any updates from Archivos for a while, it's just because there haven't been many, but they've been making a massive overhaul behind the scenes. And they're going to be redoing the entire UI and then launching that to us, the creators, in March, and then in April should be available to the public, which means that Archivos will finally be publicly viewable without having to create an account. The layout should be a lot easier to use. It should just be all around nicer. So he gave me a little bit of a demo for that. It's looking really good. So I still am putting as much information into Archivos as I can every night, but often, of course, at 1 in the morning, I don't do quite as much as I should. And it's still kind of buggy in some ways that keep me from being quite as productive as I could be. Hopefully all those things will be fixed here soon. That said, if you do want to check out Archivos, I'll leave a link below to that as well. You just got to create a free patron account, which is kind of confusing as well. But just create a free account and then you'll be able to go and see everything I've put into it so far. So I will make sure to link to that below as well. And with that, I think I need to probably, edit my vlog, shower, go to bed so I can get up bright and early and work hard and tell you all about how I learned French. That will be tomorrow for French Friday. I think I've said that like 3 times now because there's just so much going on today. It is an exciting day though. I'm feeling very good about Agnar's box. couriers, all of that's coming up. Very positive, really excited, really looking forward to sharing more about both of those books with you as we go. As of course, I'm also looking forward to letting you read the books. That is coming very soon. Anyways, it's time for bed. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And of course, leave a like and a comment if you have one. I'd love to hear what your thoughts were about the pitches from yesterday on Agner's Box and couriers, and just whatever you feel like telling me about. Please tell me about it, and whatever you're excited about with Canal Saint-Martin. If you've got a story or something in particular you've got in mind. Also, whoever sent me the Walk Along Paris, the most beautiful walk in the world, I think is the name of the book. I've been reading a little bit of it. Is anybody gonna take credit for that? Like 4 of you have referenced this guy to me, so I really don't know who sent that book, and there was no note. So let me know if it was you. And thank you. Even if you want to remain anonymous, thank you. Either way. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Have a nice night. Have whatever. See you in the morning.
Cells behind it and a few pockets of low pressure.